Late in the Madden year, it seems like there's always questions about beating man coverage. One of the more frequently asked questions I've gotten over the last month or so is, how do I beat man coverage when somebody is playing press, whether it be bench press abilities or my receivers are just having trouble getting off jams? So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys something very, very underrated that you should be able to do in most offensive playbooks in the game if you know what to look for in an offensive formation. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zane from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get free releases for your wide receivers by choosing specific offensive formations that allow you to have slide out or coverage assignment swapping with your motion. What's up, guys? Just want to say thank you so much for helping me reach 13,000 subscribers here on the Zane Madden YouTube channel. It means a ton to me that you guys are still supporting in the late spring into the early summer, and we're going to be pushing forward towards Madden 23 before you know it. If you guys could do me a quick favor, make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you're really wanting to help, make sure you guys drop a comment below. It helps push this video in the algorithm and helps this content get out to other Madden players just like you that are looking for Madden tips tutorials. Now back to the video. Now, when you guys are facing man coverage in general in this game, it's really, really important that you guys can get free releases off the line for your wide receivers. Whether that's a jam coverage or if your opponent's playing an off alignment, you want to be able to use motion to cause crisscross swapping of the assignments that can free up one or oftentimes two plus receivers in a particular formation. Enter the Bunch X Nasty, one of my favorite, actually my favorite formation in Madden, but don't worry, we're going to show you guys some other formations that you can do similar tricks out of to fit your style of offense. So as it pertains to one of the more popular metas out there, we know that the 4-3 even 6-1 is something that a lot of players like to run. And with this particular formation, it can be a little bit problematic if somebody just rolls up in press coverage and has an expectation to jam a player off the line. Now, of course, with the X Nasty, there's already coverage alignment issues as it pertains to the bunch side. You see that there's some serious lacking of leverage with our outside receiver Odell Beckham against the corner that is guarding him, JC Jackson. However, here on the solo receiver side, you've got a pretty solid press alignment from Mills. But what we're going to show you is that with this particular formation, if you have a motion that allows a receiver to become the outside most receiver when they motion across the formation, it's going to cause some coverage swapping. So I'm just going to show you this simple motion. I'm not going to snap the ball. I just want you to watch how this looks. See how this misaligns? It allows you to get a free release. Now, if I let the guy set, you're going to have press alignment in good position. However, when that player actually crosses the formation, you can snap him after he crosses the tackle. So as it pertains to this, we know that we're going to have that outside corner manned up on Odell. We would maybe want to put Odell on something that's going to break back over the middle. Meanwhile, we know that the corner that is going to travel is going to then line up on our outside solo receiver at this point, Robert Woods. So we would want to put him on something that breaks outside, basically causing leverage issues, giving free releases, and allowing you to throw the ball with rhythm against this man press blitz. Whereas your opponent, more often than not, is expecting to be getting a jam animation against your player. So let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. We're going to motion Odell across, and you're going to see that they kind of pop away. And I'm just going to snap the ball here, giving a free release. And I can throw the ball to that X receiver, make a spin move, and if we make another cut up the field, we're gone for a touchdown. All from just getting the alignment of the press coverage to slide outside. So again, let me show that to you. If we play press alignment, and I am able to set up just Robert Woods on an out break, Odell Beckham on an in break. We're just picking up the 7-man pressure with a max protect here. You're going to be in a spot where obviously you're going to have free releases everywhere. The other thing that's really cool about this formation is that this particular receiver is being guarded by a safety, which means that he's going to get a free release. So if I wanted to, I could put him on a whip.
Watch me whip, whip.
So I'm going to put Cooper Kupp on a whip, and we're going to motion. I see that they are misaligned. I know everybody gets a free release. I've got X, I've got B, I've got right bumper. Obviously, I could have gotten the ball out more quickly there. I just wanted to show you that everybody got a free release. It's up to you to get the ball out in that regard. So very, very easy to be able to use this particular tactic against somebody who's playing press alignment against you. This will work against cover 1 press, 2-man under, or cover 0 all out blitz with press coverage, where your opponent is intending for you to not get a release off the line and hopefully the pressure gets home. let me show you guys this exact same tactic against a different zero blitz defense, like say for instance, mid blitz. So what we're gonna do here is I'll call double A gap, mid blitz, and we'll roll up and press alignment. So again, you're gonna have the same situation. If you take a look here, when I motion this player across the formation, we're gonna have the ability to kind of basically cause misalignment. So I'm going to, in this situation, put Odell on a whip, motion him across, and then I'm gonna have Robert Woods running to the inside. You see right here, I was able to at least free up one guy, and then you see that I was able to then throw the slot-o-matic double move route to Cooper Kupp as he wheeled up the sideline. So, you know, kind of working in some route abilities can help you a little bit as well. But you saw that that motion was able to cause some issues with the defense. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm then going to switch over to the other side of the ball and show you guys another meta formation that you guys can run that basically has this exact same trick. So the next formation that we're going to break down is going to be the UTrips. This UTrips formation, known as the Y off trips Pats more currently, or the Y off trips Bills, is very, very popular. You guys can clearly find those in the Bills and the Pats playbooks. But you've got a solo receiver that is flexed inside on the line of scrimmage, and this allows you for some swapping off of man assignments when your opponent is running a man coverage with press or a blitz style call. So let's run, for instance, Pats Y out. I think this is a fantastic formation to go ahead, or a fantastic play to go ahead and call. So I'm gonna run Pats Y out, and I'll call, let's just call this time, let's call it just 2-man under press. So 2-man under press, and what we're going to do here is we understand the running back and the tight end obviously don't get jammed. We're just going to motion one of these two receivers across the formation so that we get a free release. Now, again, it just depends on what you want to run with this, but for me, I'm going to put Myers on a whip and I'm going to motion him across, and you're going to see that slide of alignment, and I'm going to be able to snap the ball so we get a free release to X and right bumper. And you see that X was obviously open, and Mac Jones threw it to the hot dog vendor. But the trick is still sound. It's going to work no matter what, because your opponent cannot keep that press alignment. Now, what some players will do when they see this is they're going to say, okay, I don't want him to slide. Let's go ahead and just motion or just move him just a little bit. Well, there's two things that really need to be considered when your opponent does that. Yes, it is true that when we do motion, that he is not going to move. But the problem is not with that alignment. You see right there that there's a swap off. There's still a free release to X that I'm able to throw that ball and create separation. So he's not actually assigned to that guy. So that's something that you're going to have to kind of pay attention to when, you know, your opponent's maybe flinching that corner. The other thing that you can kind of consider when somebody does that, if they move a guy, that player can't move unless they pick them back up and move them themselves manually. So what you're going to be able to do is take advantage of the fact that, okay, he moved that slot corner, I'm going to audible to something else. So as it pertains from this, let's say that your opponent is in fact in press coverage and they say, okay, I'm tired of this misalignment. You stay right here. Well, what we can then do from this particular look is say, okay, well, I know for a fact that he's, you know, aligned poorly. Let me audible into something else where now that guy's not going to slide out. And now you've got a free release to X. Now, in the event that, you know, your opponent's playing underneath with one of these zones, that could be really, really bad if you have a speed advantage. Obviously, we don't really right here. So the guy was able to recover and make a play, but you know, just kind of playing off, if they're going to move to try to avoid this tactic, you can audible to something that's going to, you know, align them differently. And now they've got to go and remove the guy if they want to get a jam. Really, really important if they're blitzing while doing this tactic. So kind of keep that in your back pocket. Now, I want to end this video with one more formation. We've shown you an under center formation we could do this out of. We've shown you a shotgun formation we could do this out of. Both of those were 3 receiver sets. I want to show this to you from an under center twin tight end look, because I think that that's really where you're going to get the best bang for your buck. And I'll explain why here momentarily. So now we're back under center in a formation known as ace close. Again, this is a formation where you've got 2 tight ends, and tight ends cannot be jammed. If I were to walk my safeties down, what you're going to notice is that they will not press the tight ends off the line. So they get a free release no matter what if somebody's playing press. That's really, really valuable. And it's a reason I love to run tight end under center sets that are ace personnel. That's free unbumpable players for no cost of AP, no ratings you have to look for. It's just a free release. It's huge. Now, in terms of the press alignment with their corners, if they were to play press, yes, we can get a jam, but the same trick exists where if I wanted to, I could go ahead and put X on a slant, maybe put B on a whip, maybe we'll use some smart routed out routes to our tight ends, and we'll block the running back. And now what we're gonna do is use this motion. You notice that they misalign. This allows us to then snap the ball, and we've got 4 guys running their routes off a free release. So if your opponent's running any press with high man coverage, they're going to be in a bad spot because they cannot jam the player with this. So you see right here that this is something that they're going to rather struggle with. We could do this the other direction as well. If I wanted to, I could still run the smart out routes, but if I wanted to motion maybe X to the outside, we could go ahead and do something like this where we get a misalignment, snap the ball. You're going to have free release to B. We get that ball out. Obviously, an inaccurate throw right there, pressure inaccurate, part of the 6-1 experience, of course. You guys should use Fearless against that meta. But again, you saw everybody got a free release. Everybody was going to be wide open on that play. It's up to the quarterback to make an accurate throw. So I hope that you guys like this tactic. Before I go, I want to show you guys what you should do in the event that somebody is running this type of concept against you. So from a defensive perspective, what you need to do is you need to go into your coach settings and you want to turn your cornerback matchups on by something. It doesn't matter whether it's height, speed, whatever it is, you need to sort by something. It could be overall. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to prevent somebody from doing this trick to you. So let me go back into the X Nasty and we'll play press coverage. And we're going to go ahead and try to guarantee our pressure, right? So what we were doing initially was we were trying to make it so that I could just run X over the middle and then put B on a whip, right? When you have it sorted, you're not going to have any different alignments. So you're only going to get one guy free off the release. That doesn't mean he can't win, which you saw right there. I was able to win, but in that situation, you don't have the guy that is trying to pick up the motion sliding away. You just have one guy that's trailing. So this will cut down on the number of free releases you will give up from a defensive perspective when you play this. So you see right here, we actually got jams on 2 of the 3 receivers because we sorted by something, whether that's speed, overall, height, whatever it is you want, depth chart, whatever you guys sort by, it's going to make it so you can jam most of the receivers on the field. Again, the motion guide, motion is used in real life to get a free release. So don't necessarily expect that you're going to get jam against a motion receiver. That just wouldn't make sense. But at least you can keep your jam animations on the other players. Now, there are deficiencies that come with sorting by depth chart, by whatever, but at least now you've got an ability to kind of run your press man without this trick really making your life harder. So I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. I'm looking forward to Madden 23. I know the beta's out there. I hope you guys are enjoying the beta. I will definitely be doing a video upload, kind of giving my thoughts a little bit later on after I've had some time with it. Want to hold back and really play it before I start to speak on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys on Monday with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zayn. Get in the lab and good luck.